save the land. Treachery, vanity, loitering, and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers only know cost. Authors and dragons. Authors and dragons. Their powers combined, a group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? I hope not. I hate these guys. Authors and dragons! Authors and dragons!
Hey everybody, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandango the Fantastical, bard of all trades and flinger of fireballs. Except right now, because we're all moist and stuff. In real life, I write multiple series, including Quincy Harker Demon Hunter, The Black Knight Chronicles, and Bubba the Monster Hunter, and I'm also the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books, and you can follow me on social media to see lots and lots of cat pictures and videos.
Hey everyone, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, who is most certainly not the Arrow of the Gods. In real life, I write several series, but things to keep an eye out are Bent Not Broken, the Hybrid of High Moon 4, which is available now, and The Liching Hour, the Bill of the Dead Part 4, which will be coming on June 21st. Don't wait, go get this shit now because they're in limited supply. Not really, but go get it anyway.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. I also write very many of the books in our Shingles series, including the latest one, A Hard Bargain, available now. Go get it.
Greetings, Internet. I am Steve Weverill, and I play Brandon Firemaster, Hot Wet Monk. In real life, I write such books as The Doomsayer Journeys with Falstaff Books, and I also write some Shingles books. In fact, if you Google me, the first thing that will come up will be Put Your Hand in My Ass, so make of that what you will.
Hey everybody, I am Drew Hayes, the Dungeon Master of this game, the Sam Malone of this shit bar, and when you Google me, it looks like I have passed away. So, there's that fun. In real life, I write books such as Superpowered, Fred the Vampire Accountant, Spell, Swords, and Stealth series, which some of you know is the NPC series, the latest book of which, Noble Roots, is available on ebook and print with audio coming out on August 2nd. And I'm also very much alive, just trying to reinforce that one. Unless you're listening to this in like 100 years, in which case I have ascended to a different plane. Died like a human. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were journeying through the waist-deep waters and exploring what treasures lurked below, which included like moss monsters called kelpies. So, you know, that was one of the treasures. But they had found a box. What will happen with this box? What fate belies it? Well, to find out, why don't we go ahead and roll a fresh initiative?
I don't take orders from dead people.
I'm in the middle of something else, if I recall correctly. Should I roll initiative?
Yes, you are still gonna be doing what you're doing in the order of the team.
Okay.
Silas gets the exact same initiative as last time, 15.
Fandango is very initiated at 22.
Brandon Firemaster gets a 19.
Klaus Richter gets a 16.
Oh, very nearly rolled in order.
It's a good sign. This episode's going to be great.
Well, we're fucked now.
All right. So as Bjorg's might finishes setting down this giant crate, he pops a small object that was wedged into the side of the island, flipping it through the air where it slams off the ceiling, ricochets down, and wedges itself firmly atop his head. You know it. You love it. It's Bucket. It's back.
Nobody move.
Oh.
There might be more of them.
Huh. Well, that's a thing that happened.
This can't be the same Bucket. Is anybody... I've got ink and a quill in my inventory. I'd like to draw googly eyes on the Bucket.
Can you write?
I can write my name. That's all I ever really need to write.
non-believer. This bucket is obviously the judgment of Tor. You don't draw googly eyes on the judgment of Tor.
I'm not totally sure you can draw googly eyes. You can draw a big
I
eye.
can do little movement lines around them to connote googliness. Okay, I'm an artist.
Fair enough. In that case, roll me a performance check.
Okay, I need to know if this is a single vindictive bucket or a swarm of buckets. Oh, natural one.
They are terrible, terrible googly eyes. They are the most ungoogly eyes you could imagine. They are completely static eyes.
Just some dark, staring eyes.
You drew the texture of the side of a bucket.
Brandon, why are the eyes square?
I don't know. I don't know how this happened. I think we should just carefully ignore the bucket. I really do.
Why did you draw 2 testicles on the bucket?
Wha-
The eyes look like they know you haven't been working as hard as you should or putting away properly for your future.
They're looking at Brandon like he skipped leg day.
I don't like this bucket.
Right,
So,
Fandingo, it's your turn.
It's looking
so
at you.
what do we
The
know
bucket from judging us.
about this box? We busted a hole in it.
It was in the water, but no one has a... y'all put a light in, and you looked in, and I think you saw some shiny stuff, but you couldn't make out much.
Alrighty, then I'm gonna try and open the box.
Okay. With what methodology are you attempting to open the box?
Is there an obvious lid or a chunk that looks like it should open?
Roll me an investigation.
17.
Okay, it takes a little bit to find because, like most things, it's kind of mossy and overgrown. You do eventually find where the seams of the box are, because it is waterlogged and kind of like soaked through and caked in with muck and algae. It will still be more difficult to open, but it's substantially easier than trying to rip it apart.
Alright, then I want to try to open the box. If I need to
All right, barehanded, using any kind of
if
tool,
I need to pry
or-
it open, I have a dagger I can use.
Okay, are you using a dagger?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Then go ahead and... You have proficiency with the dagger, right?
I mean, it's a simple weapon, so yes.
Okay, then roll me strength plus proficiency.
I have a horrible suspicion that we're going to open this box and a load of buckets are just going to tumble out. each with the identical eyes of the bucket I just drew on.
That would still be better than the last box I remember opening, which was full of scorpions.
That was a long time ago. You've opened a lot of boxes since.
But apparently, to our listeners, that's the only box I've ever opened on this show. Because some asshole made a t-shirt out of it, which you can acquire at the Authors and Dragons TeePublic store.
Listeners, if you want to go through the complete episode run and see if Fandingo actually did open any boxes after that one, or if this is the first, I'd be interested to know how deep the trauma goes.
Feel free to let us know how many boxes I've opened over the course of the podcast this August at Authors and Dragons Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, while I roll F plus proficiency, so I roll an 18.
Oh, excellent. DC was 15 for that part. So you are able to jam your dagger in through the muck and the algae enough, and leverage it down, pop, 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 and you are able to break the seal, and kind of pry it open. If you want, you can use the rest of your action to swing that bad boy open and expose the innards.
Yes, I want to expose innards.
Okay. Brandon, you are up.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is take a step away from Bjorg and his creepy bucket face. And then I guess I'll examine the box contents, see if there's anything useful to the crew.
All right, roll me an investigation.
I'll see if I can do this without turning my back on that bucket. 8. he's making it very difficult to concentrate, Drew.
Yeah, you're just kind of like side eyeing it and not really looking. So you just kind of dig your hand in and like loosely grab about, and you bring up 30 gold and 2 crystals that are kind of a deep red color.
Oh, more crystals. Hey, oh yeah, they go for a little bit around here with the meth dwarfs. Guess it's worth hanging on to these. Do I know if they're the same crystals, or do I suspect any differently? Do I care?
Not with an 8 investigate, you don't.
I don't care. I'm sure they're fine. They'll snort them or whatever it is they do.
Help. North. Oh, God. Klaus. God, oh, boy. All right.
I, too,
Well,
would like to break the seal and expose my innards.
Oh god, I knew that was coming, and it still sounded awful.
You knew that was coming?
Of course, when you were saying all that, I thought you would deliberately say them up.
We definitely knew he was coming.
I kind of forgot, to be honest. All right. I think we were doing dexterity checks, right? That
Yeah,
feels right.
sounds right.
Okay.
Does it feel right, Drew? Does any of this feel right?
Let's see if it feels right or not.
You weren't very far along.
It feels all right. Klaus rolls a 13.
Oh no, you're within 10 feet of me. That's a 16. Somehow
Nope.
I've helped your dexterity save.
It's not a save. It's a check.
Thank God.
Oh,
I just thought like, I don't know, maybe you were showing some fire or something.
oh shit! I did saving throw. Oops. Sure. Well, I
mean,
think it's the same thing.
same-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
You can use that button. That's fine.
Throwing one out.
Just letting you know. Silas Kane.
I will hold the frying pan over the open box and take a closer look into it.
Okay, roll me an investigate.
A 20.
Okay. With the 20, you do an excellent job of finding 70 more gold, and 3 more of the crystals. And with the 20 investigate, I'll tell you, yes, those are very similar to the crystals you've seen. However, these have a deeper, richer red color than ones you have encountered so far. The others were pale. These are kind of a much, again, kind of a deeper coloration, whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever. Snortable.
We're not exactly Walter White here.
Not yet.
We can.
This is step 1.
I'm pretty sure what you're doing right now is not a step.
And Silas, with a 20, I'll let you know, you have found the entire, there's nothing else in the box. So, cumulatively, y'all got 5 crystals and 100 gold. So, 20 gold a pop.
All right. Cheap
And
ass
that's what
box.
was in the box. Yeah. Now I'm going to put an X on the box so we know it's been used.
All right, I put 20 gold in my inventory, but I didn't put any crystals. Is somebody else keeping the crystals?
Sure. I'll put them in.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yep. Silas has 3, Brandon has 2.
I also got a boulder crystal from earlier on. Got quite the collection.
Yeah. It's almost like there might be a place to sell those off soon.
We'll
All
see.
right. Fendingo, the Fantastical.
I mean, yes. Righty, so box is empty. I guess we go explore. We gotta go somewhere.
If I hear them coming my way, I want to say, wait, there is danger.
I will, I guess we'll see which way they go. I mean, you're not lying. There is danger.
I mean, the acoustics in this cave, man. We know what the danger is.
Just baseline pattern recognition, you know what the danger is.
You're just rhythmically slapping the water.
Basically, anytime we can't see Klaus, we assume that this is what's going on.
Yeah, and it's a fair assumption.
God, as if this place wasn't slimy enough already.
I'm a notorious rogue. You can almost never see me.
They'll never see him coming.
All right, I want to use both my moves to get to there, moving north up the larger channel.
Okie dokie. Well, that works out, I guess, easily then.
Because I step on a fucking Kelpie.
You do, my man. It's
Yep.
it's actually this little seaweed clump right here. There we go. And it greets you with it's gonna roll in. add you to
A pleasant howdy do. No? Violence? Okay.
I mean, the last thing that said howdy do to us was a psychotic giant guitar.
Y'all are literally wading through them too.
That's
I mean,
true.
all right, 9 and a 13.
Neither of those are going to get you there, little seaweedy buddy.
There's a reason there's a bunch of these. They're not terribly strong on their own. Well, that's its turn. Brandon, you have seen another Kelpie burst forth from the algae and try to batter at Fandango.
When it pops up, I'm going to yell, "Motherfuck, there are things up in the water and stuff. Somebody come kill it."
Can we just outrun these things? I mean, I know I can, but can we?
Running is not... look, bards can, but we're not real good at it. We're much better at the sitting in bars and drinking and playing music. Running sucks. I mean, we don't do cardio, man.
You're right, and it's not a great look. Okay, let's batter this thing until it dies.
Yes, you do that. I will eventually run away.
Okay, let's give it one too many 1-2s. I'm gonna go for my usual approach. I'm not gonna try and be fancy. One unarmed strike. Kablam for 14. Another 19. Burn a key point as a bonus action for flurry of blows, which is 2 more unarmed strikes. Biff, boff. So that's 15 and a 22.
All of them hit.
Alright.
Brandon unleashes a flurry of 4 attacks.
Brandon, have I told you you are literally my favorite person in the party right now? Not like in a... kind of in a creepy way, but...
I can't hear you. I'm beating this thing to death for 27 points of damage.
Very nice. Okay.
I assume what you said was a compliment, so thank you.
You wail on it very hard, but as with before, you notice that it is not activating as much damage as you would expect from the strength of these connects. Like, you're like, I should really be blasting this thing apart, but its ooey gooey body is just kind of rippling with some of these punches.
Ugh. This isn't rewarding at all.
Also, terrible visual.
Indeed. All right, Klaus, roll me a dexterity check and a constitution save.
I shall wail upon it hard until it gets ooey and gooey.
God damn.
There's no way out of this, Joe. It doesn't matter what you say.
I mean, I did kind of set that one up.
Dexterity was a natural one.
Hooray! He pulls his dick up.
Yeah.
Constitution save. Also a natural one.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it.
He's gonna die by wanking. Yes.
There's literally
This
never
makes
been...
so much sense.
He died
Okay.
like he lived.
All right.
Don't jump into my body again. Don't jump into my body again.
Oh, not it. Not it.
Roll me a d20.
How does this happen? I was literally doing nothing.
What do you mean? How does this happen?
14.
Okay.
I mean, you deserve to die.
Klaus. Okay, how do I represent a natural 1 dexterity check in this? All
His
right.
hand slipped off and he hit himself in the nuts.
Right into the rock wall.
Similar. Klaus, you are really going at it. Trying to hurry this along, hearing your friends leave, the element of danger vanishing, you're like, oh no, I gotta keep that alive. So you go a little too hard, you lean back, you, in an excited grip, you just whip your hand up, smashing yourself in the face, spraying swamp water and muck into your eyes. You are blinded currently.
At least it was just swamp water and muck, I guess.
Oh God,
I
yeah.
mean, he wasn't far enough along for me to justify.
Sister Teresa was right.
Also roll a d8.
2.
You do 2 points of damage to yourself.
Torn your frenulum there.
Ouch.
Gave you a little blinded stat. And all right, well, that other thing will come back around later. Silas, your turn.
I momentarily contemplate just shooting an arrow into my own brain pan.
but probably better to shoot one into this thing. All right, two sharpshooter arrows coming in.
All right, fire them off.
15 and 15.
Both of those will hit.
23 and 23.
Okay,
Jesus.
so that's a solid amount of damage, although, once again, not the full amount that you would have expected to see, as your arrows tear apart some of its vegetative flesh, but it kind of just oozes in to cover the gaps.
I don't want to know about anything oozing right now.
Well, Fandingo, what do you want to do about this weird-ass thing that's right near you?
I want to...
If you want to roll on by and do something else while we're killing this thing, we won't take it personally.
Oh, well, all right then. Yeah, I kind of want to do exactly that. How tall is this, rock outcropping here?
It's about 5 feet elevated, high enough that you can be on it and fully dry.
Will it be hard to climb up, or can I just kind of walk out of the water onto it?
No, the slopes are fairly forgiving. You can get pretty much on and off. We haven't been throwing any half speeds on, except for, you're already moving half speed in the water.
Yeah.
So, once you're out of the water and onto fully dry land, you get full movement speed back.
All right, then I'm gonna go up onto the dry land.
Okay.
I know I'll take...
Dry land starts when you're in the full, this space.
Yeah, so let's see. Getting there. All right. That's a total of 20 feet. 5 of it was in the water, so that uses my 30 feet of movement.
Yep. Though you do take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, bring it, Moss Boy.
14.
Suck it. No good.
All
then
right.
I'm gonna turn around and firebolt this little piece of shit.
Firebolt or fireball?
Firebolt.
Okie doke.
It's very considerate of you.
Well, I don't know what all's in this water and might be flammable. So, range spell attack, 18.
Hits.
And, fuck! 16 points of damage.
Excellent.
Nice.
Although, as with the earlier stuff, you find that fire does not inflict as much damage as you might expect, given that it is made of wet vegetation.
Still did more damage to it than it did to me. We call that a win in Bardland.
Just letting you know for future spell decisions. Alright, it is the Kelpie's turn. It's gonna neigh and try to slam on Brandon with a 1, 2. By that I mean a 7 and a 12. Man, if this thing had advantage, it would have had a shot there.
Fuck me up. But it's a big clump of wet salad, so fuck it.
Yep. All right. So Brandon Thighmaster.
Don't say fuck it too loud. Klaus is still around.
Yeah, I whispered.
All right.
So just 2 things to be aware of. Since you stopped standing on water last turn, you are now sunk into the water itself. And Bjorg and the bucket are behind you.
Oh, well, that's unsettling. All right, let's see if I can punch this thing while looking behind me. I don't know. Unarmed strike. Kablooey for 18. And another for 14. You know what? I'm going to try my understanding through violence technique again by rolling a charisma check with advantage. Smile. Oh, 11.
And what's that against? Hit die?
Hit die.
All right. You gain the understanding that this is not an animal.
Oh, well, you learn something new every day.
Your powers don't give you details, but I will let you know that it is a plant. It's a living plant. That's why it seems to be made of algae. It is made of algae.
Guys, it's just a plant that looks like an animal and not an animal that is covered in plant. Did you guys already know that? I feel like everybody else already knew that. Well, I thought it was interesting.
I didn't know that, but I didn't care. Just punch it.
Okay.
Plants can be sinful.
I'm not sure if that's true, but 16 points of damage.
All right. More punching, more undulating, and more fun. All right, Klaus. You are blinded. Your nose hurts a little, and you've probably lost some steam. I'm gonna be honest.
It's just another Saturday night in Klaustown.
I've kind of given up on that endeavor. I'm a little panicked right now. I would like to put Ron Weasley Jeremy on my head and have him ratatouille me toward the others. Guide me, Ron Weasley Jeremy.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I gotta look up the capabilities of your familiar because I really want to let you do this, but I gotta make sure it flies.
What?
It's a wizard familiar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me check.
I'm not sure that the movie Ratatouille is entirely scientifically accurate. I don't.
I'm
think
not
you can-
asking him for ingredients or to guide my hand. I just want directions.
Okay, I gotta find familiars.
I mean, if Ron Weasley Jeremy can Ratatouille you, it might be an idea to just let him do it all the time.
He just becomes the new.
I think that's not what ratatouille means, Steve. And you?
Oh, actually,
Did you find rules for this?
Oh, actually, Ratatouille is a verb, and yes, there are rules for it.
That's in 5.1e.
you know, obeys your commands. Well, there is specifically a thing that you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear through its ears. So if he puts it on his head, he can functionally just see through Ron Weasley Jeremy's eyes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like a big furry periscope.
So we're gonna say that Ron Weasley Jeremy is pulling on your hair. Maybe not.
Well,
doing
he doesn't
the
even need
best
to
job.
do that.
Yeah, but maybe he
he's
wants
trying.
to.
He doesn't quite realize that you don't need it,
All right.
but he's given his all. Best member of the party.
All right. Is that my action? Do I still have a move?
Yes. Seeing through his eyes does take the action, but you do have your move. Just remember your half speed while
All
you're
right.
in the
Well,
water.
I'm moving. Yeah. So that's one space. I guess that's two spaces. And moving out of the water, does that count as one or two?
That still counts as you as half speed.
So
so two.
that was 4.
But now you're in normal speed.
Help me out here. How many spaces do I have left?
2.
1, 2. Moved.
'Cause
Okay.
we have a 30-foot move speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's as far as you can go.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey guys, there's a box up ahead.
Silas Kane.
Don't turn around. Don't turn around and shoot the thief. All right, two more sharpshooter arrows going into this thing.
All right.
All right, 23 and 15.
Oh, I think those are both going to hit.
20 and 23.
Okay. So that's a total of 43. Silas, you have killed the Kelpie. Your arrows burrow deep into its gooey flesh, splintering, shattering, and pulping. Getting a good kind of a spray on Brandon. He looks like somebody spilled a Jamba Juice on him, but is otherwise unharmed.
You know, Brandon, just remember, that could have been Klaus.
Oh, God.
Sadly, I have spilled nothing.
In honor of our bucket-wearing friend. God damn it!
Just a distant, tinny voice.
Oh. All right. Silas, you have movement if you would like to take it.
Oh, yeah, totally forgot about that. All right, that's about it.
All right. Fandango, that brings you up in initiative, sir.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna take one step forward to the edge of this rock outcropping and look around. So, perception?
Yep. Or should I say perception?
No, you shouldn't. 10.
Too late. Well, it's not great, but the the barrel is literally directly in front of you, so you can see that there is a partially submerged barrel floating in front of you.
Well, then I'll hop down into the water and probably wake up a Kelpie.
All right, you hop into the water. There's no algae around you, so there's no Kelpie.
Yay!
It's a shark!
Hey guys, I found a barrel. Somebody come help me lift it. And
Sounds reasonable.
that's probably my turn.
All right. Brandon Thighmaster.
Well, it seems reasonable to spend my turn helping him lift a barrel, drag it onto dry land, I guess.
All right, so roll me a strength check. I'm pretty sure you have enough movement with your monk speed to get over there and drag.
Movement shouldn't be a problem. Let's see how the strength goes. 19.
Okay. It's pretty close to the thing. Yeah, we won't make it too hard. You are collectively able to drag it on there. And Fandango, you had some movement left, so I'll let you burn it to move with Brandon and drag this bad boy onto land.
Sounds good.
All right. That is going to be all of your turn, though, Brandon.
No worries. I was useful.
You were. All right, Klaus. So just so you know, it's going to cost your action every round to keep this sight thing going with your familiar.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just moving.
Okay. And then
And I'm kind of enjoying this different perspective.
I'm
I feel taller.
pretty sure you can use dash as a free action.
All right. So what does that mean?
You can double your speed even though you're having to use your standard on the sight thing.
Oh. Well, all right. So I'll double move. So 1, 2. All right. Stepping into water and stepping out of water. Does that both
Yeah.
count as?
Anytime you're on a space with water on it, it counts as double.
Okay. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then next move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. What about the next move? This is fine. This is good enough. I can see people.
Klaus, you have navigated your way there. Everyone can see Klaus appearing with Ron Weasley Jeremy riding atop his head.
Hello, friends.
That's weird.
Brandon, does Klaus have a weasel on his head?
I try not to think about it, mate.
Weasel has a name, and you've traveled with him for a long time now.
You're right, and I do like Ron Weasley Jeremy better than Klaus, but
The only reason I have a weasel is because of his name.
Does Ron Weasley Jeremy have a thief on his ass?
There we go.
now that
feels
is
better.
much more reasonable.
It's a rogue.
Oh, man. Yes, you can use dash, disengage, or hide as free actions. Okay. Silas Kane.
All right, I will move up here. And has anybody tried to open the crate?
They have not. They have not had the action for it yet.
All right. Well, I do. I will try to bust it open.
Okay.
Donkey Kong that shit.
Explain to me how you're trying to open this barrel.
All right. Well, I will try to. If there's a hinge or a top mechanism, I'll try to slide my sword in there and snap the lock.
There is no. Well, roll me an investigation.
Actually, I take that back. I will use my pick. I have a brand new pickaxe. I will use it on that.
Paladin, I'm sure you have proficiency with simple tools and shit, or at least simple weaponry.
tool.
Go ahead. Strength plus proficiency.
15.
With a 15, you swing your pickaxe down and you lay a mighty crack into the boards, but it's not enough to shatter it like a piñata or anything like that.
All right, that's all the actions I have.
All right, Fendingo.
Hey Silas, can I borrow your pickaxe?
Suppose you can. Can I have it back?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay, from your filthy sinning hands.
yeah, I don't want to carry it. I just want to take a shot and try to open the barrel.
All right, I will loan you my pickaxe.
All right.
Make sure you blindfold him and turn him around 3 times.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'm not going to do that.
Is that what you're doing?
No.
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah, so
Looks like bards have proficiency with simple weapons, so strength plus proficiency.
all right. 16.
All right, you, much like Silas, lay down a mighty strike, and you resoundingly put another series of cracks in the board. It is definitely looking pretty busted up now, but it is not quite given up the ghost yet.
All right, I will step away from... I'll hand the pickaxe back to Silas, step away from the barrel, look over at Brandon, and just kind of gesture towards the barrel. Okay, Punchy, McPuncherson, your turn.
Brandon's time to shine.
All right.
This is when I wish that Silas was a betting man. so that we could wager on how likely it is that Brandon's going to fuck this up and fall in the water.
Oh, I think extremely. Yeah, I'm going to Street Fighter 2 this bad boy, and I'm going to go for overkill. So, 2 unarmed strikes, burning a key point for flurry of blows, 4 unarmed strikes, ultimate combo.
I feel like there needs to be a training montage or something.
I'm an impatient man. 14, 21, 26, 18.
Okay, roll damage.
Fuck this barrel up. 32 damage.
All right. Brandon Thighmaster has apparently just had enough of somebody's shit. He kicks upward in a crescent motion, slamming the barrel upward with his first strike before blasting it into the wall with a punch on his second, spinning upward to the air and driving both heels down in his third, doing a Van Damme split as he just absolutely destroys that barrel. And, you know, anyone who ever loved it just feels a pain in their hearts because this thing is fucking annihilated. And a shower of about 50 gold and 3 more crystals rains down.
Whoa.
Also, a lot of splinters.
Whoa there, barrel killer. Easy there.
Do you feel like you have a deeper understanding of barrels now, buddy?
A little bit, yeah.
You've certainly tested their integrity and found it wanting.
Oh, yeah. So that's 10 gold apiece.
Yes, 10 gold apiece. And 3 crystals for whoever wants to track what.
Anybody want some crystals?
Klaus, you're sadly too far away and blind.
I'll put in my 10
And we
gold.
don't want to know what you would do with them.
Yeah.
I'll take these. I'll take these 3.
I'll snort them.
Not for you, Weasel mech.
Alright, Fandango is tracking those 3. Alright, Klaus, it is your turn again.
I'm just going to address the Weasel from now on. He's clearly the guy in charge.
The mask has come off. Now it is revealed.
The puppet master. Alright, I will take 2 steps forward and I don't really, not a lot going on. Alright, I see the frying pan up there. Is it
The Weasel sees the frying pan up there.
is it, yeah, well I see through the Weasel. Is it in somebody's hand or what?
Silas has been carrying it so far.
Alright, I'm gonna say, Silas, hold it up, and I'm gonna shoot the frying pan. I just want to test out my, how I shoot through a weasel's eyes.
You cannot. You have burned your standard in order to keep yourself able to see.
Also, I wasn't going to do that.
Well, I mean, I was gonna shoot regardless, but alright.
Until your blindness is cured, it takes your action every round in order to keep the sight link going.
Okay, that's fine. I'll shoot something next time.
Oh,
I mean, as long as I'm in this condition, I want to see how it
Okay.
works.
Silas Kane.
Oh, please let the Weasel start jacking off next. Alright, I'll start heading out again. Do I see anything?
God damn it, he took the frying pan with him.
Damn straight I did.
Uh,
Oh, shit. Do weasels have dark vision?
you know what? That's a really good question.
We're already putting a lot of pressure on this Weasel. Let's not
My
push.
Weasel's blind too.
Brandon is generally blasting out of his crotch light, so it's not like y'all have lost every source, but I feel like there's a pretty good chance that it would have, not specifically dark vision, but it does have keen hearing and smell.
Oh, that poor thing.
I know, right? God, that just makes it all so much sadder. Anyway, Silas, you're getting surprise attacked by a Kelpie. So I forgot last time, but they have advantage on this one round. Natural 20 and a 14.
Natural 20 hits.
14 damage, and I need a athletics or an acrobatics, whatever you would prefer. DC of 12.
9.
Alrighty, you are grappled.
Still better than being touched by Klaus.
God, keep those silver linings in play.
Alright, Bendingo, you are up.
Alright, so it's me?
And
Or,
yes.
okay. Or does the Kelpie get a turn?
The Kelpie took it.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
All right.
I'm adding it to the initiative tracker currently.
All right. Well,
And
I
go.
will move forward and... Oh, look. Silas is being attacked by a Kelpie. Well, fire didn't do any good, so let's try an acid splash.
A sinful Kelpie.
Actually, I think attacking you might make it a holy Kelpie. That is... Oh, okay. So yeah, it's not even a ranged spell attack. I just fling acid at it, and it has to make a dex save or take 2d6 acid damage, and that's a spell save DC of 16.
It gets a 4.
Well, then it's going to take 2d6 acid damage for 6.
All right. Unlike the fire, you notice this does the entirety of its damage.
Hey guys, acid hurts these things more than punching or fire. Just putting that out
I
there.
will try and be acerbic with my next attack.
Great. I'll get all my acid out.
I don't want to know anything about any part of you that's acidic, Klaus. Just pointing that out.
Is it acidic? Is it alkali? I don't know.
I don't want to know that either.
I don't want to know that. No.
Yeah.
Why am I entertaining this avenue of reason?
I'm sure one of our listeners can look it up for us.
Please don't. But
Well, Brandon Thighmaster, it is your turn, whatever the situation might be.
Okay.
I'm going to remove this barrel. I'm not even going to exit. I'm just taking it out. It's gone.
that barrel is. I'm gonna feel good about that, regardless of how the rest of this goes. You know, I don't have anything acidic on me at all.
Just your wit.
Yes, I'm gonna barrel fuck this Kelpie. Same again. Burning a key point.
God damn.
21, 21, 24, natural
Jesus
20.
Christ.
Fucking
It'll
A.
hit.
I'm all psyched up from that barrel. Right, how do I do mathematics again?
Fuck you, Kelp!
9, a 9, a 9, and 8 plus 6 for the, what's the word I'm looking for? Critical.
41. God damn.
41 damage. Thank you, more competent mathematicians.
All right. Yeah. So Brandon delivers 3 sound strikes that kind of knock it progressively more out of the water, and then a fourth just slams it between the wall and pulps a good chunk. Again, still not as much as you might expect, but more than the acid did by a considerable measure.
I am the salad tosser.
Found the next t-shirt.
Yep, and I'm connected to this salad. Dear God.
I scream that like specifically very near Silas's ear.
That was like some PTSD shit.
Klaus, with your keen hearing, you definitely picked that up via Ron Weasley Jeremy.
Alright, well, Ron Weasel Jeremy, let's follow the light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I used my action to move or whatever. So that's all. That's my move. That's my turn, right?
No. So you use your action to sustain the sight thing, but because you're a rogue, you can use your free action to dash, which is the double move.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll move one more space forward. I can see the Kelpie, but since I can't attack, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. Silas Kane, would you like a little retribution on that Kelpie?
Yes, I would, as a matter of fact.
Well, why don't you go to it, sir?
All right. Well, I will use my channel divinity vow of enmity to give myself advantage against it. And is there any disadvantage here to me shooting at it point blank?
I think you have the feat that gets rid of it, so
Oh, yeah.
I think you're
Sharpshooter.
fine.
Well, I will use sharpshooter on this, and if I hit, I will use a second level divine smite.
All right.
This thing has pissed me off. All right, those are both hits, so that's a 22 and a 26.
Even with disadvantage, you would have fucking mauled this thing.
Yeah, thank God for advantage.
All right. So that's 20. So that's 50 points of damage, regular damage, and then Channel Divinity adds second level Channel Divinity adds 3d8 for an additional 11. So 61 points.
But that secondary damage, what type is that?
Radiant.
Radiant damage. Okay, thank you, sir. All right, Silas puts 2 arrows into this thing, one of which glows and like burns through it with a lot more effectiveness. Although the arrows themselves work pretty goddamn well too. It is still standing, but it looks like shit. As it's going to give its all to try and it's going to take one swing at Brandon and one swing at Silas. First Brandon
Just
with a
die, you
natural
spiteful
1.
bitch.
And an 8, and then to not hurt itself, and then it's gonna swing for Silas with a 12. It very like weakly like splats against y'all.
Ugh.
Fendingo, you are up, sir.
Let's finish this bitch off. Another acid splash. So it'll need a dex save with a DC of 16.
It got a 12.
Alright. Roll 2d6. 7 damage.
And that's the end of that, Kelpie.
See, motherfuckers? This is why you keep a bard around. Because I kill shit. That's right.
To come in at the last minute and steal all the glory.
He who
It
writes
is
the
their thing.
history becomes the glory. Right? Yeah, that's totally a saying that I just said. Right.
Using your other bardic power of making shit up there, I see.
Ha! Damn straight. And then I've still got movement left, so may as well see if I can go up here.
All right, you have made it to there, which is inside a little cove on the little waterways that y'all are navigating.
Alright. Hey guys, there's no way out of this little spot. Just pointing that out.
All right,
Okay.
Brandon Thighmaster, what would you like to do?
Have I noticed that crate? Or do I need to look for it?
I mean, go ahead and throw me a perception.
Don't know, he did just say there was no way out. Am I that interested? I'll give it 13. That's how interested I am.
Yeah, you can notice. It's fully submerged, but there is a crate not too far. I mean, it's like 5 feet ahead of you. It's pretty easy to notice.
Well, I'm on a roll in beating the shit out of inanimate objects, so, yeah, I'll go for that.
All right, you're going to try to punch it underwater?
Yeah, I forgot about this, but I do have the Mariner feat, which thinks basically the only advantage of the Mariner feat is I can punch things underwater more effectively.
Wait. Why do you have the Mariner?
Because, Drew, I am a boat guy, and I was trying to, I tried to build the character towards my basic stupidity on the podcast rather than being useful. That's a thing I do.
He is one with seamen.
God
See?
damn it.
If I had any respect for building a useful character, we wouldn't have had that sweet seaman joke.
Was this a left?
We probably would have.
We probably would have, that's true.
Was this a holdover from our Pathfinder game?
It was like when we were meeting Gunther.
Ah, okay, this might be a homebrew thing.
Not a conventional one, but not a homebrew one.
Gotcha. Okay, then we will just roll through that. I was trying to double check it. That makes more sense. All right, then yeah, you can attack this thing. That is the advantage.
It's very limited situations in which this would be useful. So
I mean, it is a seafaring campaign. It has come up before.
Okay, double unarmed strike. Kablam. Kablooey. 25 and 26. 4.
Those will both hit a stationary crate.
Don't make me feel less good about that. 20 damage.
Yeah, you crush open the side of it.
Mariner feet, bitch. Yeah. It's basically useless.
Klaus.
Alright, I missed the barrel, I missed the kelpie, I missed the crate. I would just like to... I want to find like a distinctive mark on a wall. Like, how do I... Yeah, over here. Do you see that?
Yeah, I saw where you clicked.
Alright.
Okay, you're clicking to the
And I want to
southeast.
shoot at it. Yeah, and I want to shoot at it just to see how my aim is using Ron Weasley Jeremy's eyes.
Okay, so I think there's a misunderstanding here. Your attacking takes your action, and sustaining your connection to Ron Weasley Jeremy also
Oh.
takes your action. And this is your standard, so you only get one of these per turn. So if
Oh.
you're seeing through
Well,
his
fuck.
eyes, you can't shoot.
Well, that's not useless, but almost.
I think it's supposed to be used for like infiltration and information gathering, not having him run on top of you Ratatouille style.
I'm gonna work on finding a workaround in that.
Do we know if Klaus is just going to stay blind forever, or
I mean, he hasn't tried to clean the mud out of his eyes, so
that's
Oh.
okay. So I may not need to
All right,
cast
well,
Lesser
then,
Restoration on Klaus.
I mean, you could wait and see if he tries, but it might be more faster to just use magic.
Nah, I'm not wasting a spell.
Well, I have used my action to look at that point in the wall. I might next turn I might shoot at that point blindly, or I might try and wipe some shit out of my eyes.
All right, Silas Kane.
Join Brandon in beating the hell out of this box.
All right, you do not have the Mariner feat to my knowledge, so you will be attacking with disadvantage because it is fully submerged.
Yeah, I choose not to be familiar with semen. All right, I guess I'll use my sword on this.
You have a sword?
Yes.
Oh.
Dual ones.
Yeek.
Roll me a d20 there, Rick.
Oh my god.
5.
All right. Silas is not accustomed to wielding a blade. Swings it overhead and smashes it into the low ceiling, causing sparks. Kind of looks apologetic for a moment, twirls it to the side to swing it around, smashes it into the side of the cavern, causing more sparks and denting his blade, which probably needs to be sharpened now, but not managing to hurt himself so far.
Obviously, this crate is bewitched.
And on that note, with us wondering what's in the crate, will Klaus be able to wipe the goo from his eye? Will Brandon realize that Bjorg and the bucket are behind him once again? All
Okay.
questions that will be answered next time when we play Authors and Dragons, the game in 2 weeks. But don't fear, for we are not done quite yet. For as we have been talking, hopefully someone has been doing the live blog since Joe is gone. But Rick has certainly been checking the questions over on our Discord associated to our Patreon, patreon.com/authorsanddragons. So while we sort out the Facebook part and a behind-the-scenes mad scramble, Rick, why don't you tell us what's going on the Discord question front?
Alrighty. Okay. This one should be a barrel of laughs, but our friend Zach of All Trades asks, what is the stupidest thing that you've ever heard someone say that they actually believed was true? He gives an example. For once I heard a girl in freshman biology class say, oh, that's why we evolved hands, because we invented doorknobs.
Wow.
The whole cause and effect thing mixed up there.
I mean, shit, I went to school in South Carolina, and that sounds dumb.
God, I can't even think of an honest example because that sort of shit just depresses me. I generally put it out of mind.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel bad saying this because the person who said it was a really nice person, but it always stuck with me. I had this conversation with an old friend, and they were like, they didn't have a computer, and I was like, well, why don't you get a computer, because you can do this and this, and they're like, well, hackers will be able to get into my bank account. I was like, well, don't put your bank account on the computer. Hackers will still be able to get into it. Okay, then just don't connect it to the internet. Just have a computer to do just stuff here. Hackers will still be able to get into my bank account. Somehow having a computer was a magical doorway for hackers getting into their bank account.
Yeah.
This person saw the net with
Sandra
what's her name?
Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Hackers from the 90s, where
Neither of which were documentaries.
I'm pretty sure Hackers was a documentary.
Oh yeah, totally was.
People used to dress like that, and if they typed fast enough, they could make magic happen. I believe that's how it works.
Anyway, I stepped out to pee. Did we end this, or what's going on?
Yeah, in questions.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm with Drew. I don't really have anything that egregiously stupid because I try not to pay attention to stupid people unless they're on the news, and then when I have to, I try to block it from my mind or use drugs or alcohol to wipe it from my brain.
I can't think of anything more egregious, but I do remember having a conversation when I was younger with a girl, and she was talking about how her livers hurt. And like part of me thought, she means kidneys. But I wanted to play it out, so I was like, how many livers do you think you have? And we all did that for a while, and it was clear that she just did not know much about the internal workings of the human body. And then we all felt kind of bad afterwards. So.
How many livers did she think she had?
I don't think we were able to press her. I think she knew as soon as we circled in. You get an instinct back then. Teenagers are like fucking sharks. You know when you're being circled. She was just kind of like, she just kind of clammed up on how many livers she had. She refused to answer.
Did she clam up because she knew she sounded stupid, or because, like, oh man, now they know about my freezer full of livers?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
oh shit. They don't know I'm from Neptune.
Pretty sure after you carve them out of the dead body, they don't hurt anymore.
What was the question? I'm sorry, I missed it.
How many livers do you have?
In Bob's
7.
case, 0.
I would believe you if you had multiple livers.
I got spares.
So the question was, what is the stupidest thing you've ever heard someone say that they actually believe was true?
Ooh. All right. This is. I think this counts. A friend of mine was into this girl, and he said something about Hitler, and she didn't know who he was. She said he killed some people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's not wrong.
I mean, it's technically accurate.
No.
But
That's all I got. I don't know. Short notice.
Yep, she sounds like a keeper.
He did not keep her.
just her liver.
This one is probably notable for since we are heading into summer. Our friend Stella asks, "What is the worst thing you've ever stepped on at the beach?"
Stella!
I've never stepped on a horseshoe crab, but I think if I do, I will just die. I've had an unreasonable fear of horseshoe crabs. I've never seen one up close.
You know, there's a horror movie out there, I think called Crabs or something that's about.
I know. I'm not going to watch it. There's no difference to me between a mutant horseshoe crab and an actual horseshoe crab. They're fucking awful things, and I hate them.
Are horseshoe crabs native to England?
No, I don't know where they live. I don't want to know where they live, because then I wouldn't go there. But yeah, I've never stepped on one. If I ever do step on one, I'm just going to kill myself. So, the worst thing I stepped on a beach was some coral once that went into my foot and was just kind of there for a few weeks until I dug it out with a screwdriver.
Ow!
With a screwdriver?
Well, it's kind of like, the hard bit on your foot. It was just in there, and it wouldn't go away.
I'm more questioning the choice of implement.
Well, I'm not a medical doctor, John. I don't know what implement you're supposed to
Do
use.
you own a steak knife?
Yeah, but I use that for eating. That'd be gross.
Also, it was Phillips head coral.
Oh. Well, I mean, shit. Why didn't you say that?
Growing up where the nearest beach was along the Texas Gulf, I stepped in a fair amount of oil gunk and pellets growing up. We used to keep a little solvent mix around so you could spray off your shoes and stuff before you're heading back in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not great beaches.
I was just saying, growing
I'm going to go with less pleasant sand.
up.
Some sand is coarser than others, and
He's
I
not
don't know.
wrong.
All of my experience at the beach has been pretty nice.
I'll say, growing up at the Jersey Shore, you would think that I would have stepped on enough hypodermics to just get be constantly high, but in reality, I think the worst thing I stepped on was I wasn't paying attention. I stepped on a dead jellyfish.
Ooh, that's unpleasant.
Yeah, that's no fun.
But less unpleasant than a live one.
Yeah, pretty much like stepping into a pile of snot.
Yuck.
Okay, well, let's see here. Our friend JR the Hiker Bear asks, do you play any RPGs other than D&D? If so, what's your favorite?
No.
Nope.
I mean, not currently. A&D kind of eats a good chunk of my D&D time. Historically, I have played other systems. I've really enjoyed them. I've done GURPS. I've did White Wolf and VTM, not like the full LARP, just the dice system. Not bad. I've messed around with Savage Worlds. I did the Star Wars role-playing game. That one is sort of a D&D offshoot, but it's pretty fun. My buddy ran one that I really enjoyed for a little bit. I think I've talked about it before, where it was a modular version of 5e, where you didn't have classes, just experience was used to buy features and upgrades and stuff, so you could really customize your character and create incredibly broken shit. That was a ton of fun. Obviously, it was just us playtesting and wrecking house, but that's still enjoyable in its own right. So I have played a lot. I enjoy a lot of systems. Mutants and Masterminds too, but not currently. Just 5e for now.
I'm the same as you. It's I used to play a lot of systems in the past, and I've enjoyed Call of Cthulhu. If we go way back, I had a lot of fun doing a God, I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically in the early days of D&D, they had this space type adventure too. If I've done GURPS, I've done Middle Earth, but yeah, I think Call of Cthulhu was the one I had the most fun with.
I wouldn't mind trying Call of Cthulhu one day. I think we could have some fun with that.
Yeah, they're usually not long campaigns.
Yeah, all I do nowadays is this.
This spat with contempt. Whatever this is.
No, I enjoy this. This is this is the part of my life that I enjoy. But back in the day,
That got dark in a hurry.
but yeah, back when I was playing second edition, I think it was. I spent a summer doing that and playing. It was called Top Secret, I think. It was another TSR game, I believe, but it was like D&D, but with spies and stuff, and it was goofy, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun with that.
I think I played that once in college, but I was really, really high. So we might have just played Spies Like Us on repeat on a tape deck or something and smoked a lot of weed. One of those.
What really annoys me is I've jumped on the actual playing D&D train quite late, and we seem to have gone past the stage where you just had murder orcs and murder goblins. And that's all I really want to face in a D&D campaign is some good old-fashioned murder goblins and some good old-fashioned murder orcs. But now they're all they're so established in D&D canon that every time I meet an orc, they're like a sentient person with feelings and shit. And boring. Just give me a murder orc.
Wait, so you play outside of this?
No, that's what I mean. It's just, but from everybody else's campaigns that I look into, it always seems like a goblin is a fun NPC. I don't want a fun NPC. I want something that I can drop kick into a volcano and not feel guilty about. That's what goblins are supposed to be for.
Steve, you do that every fucking week.
But not a goblin, Bevan. I like goblins.
I mean, Goblins are kind of a pain in the ass in 5e because they gave them this thing called pack tactics, where when they swarm on you, even though they're still shitty individually, they get a lot of perks the more of them are around.
That sounds great. As long as they're not saying like, oh, we're all like individuals with evolved feelings and sentience. I don't care. I don't care what they're coming at me with.
When has Drew given you these conundrums?
He gives them all the time. We just choose to ignore them.
All right. So what's the issue?
Kill me, please don't kill me.
I was thinking about the Gentronome facility the other day, and like the amount of story y'all just blazed past.
Blaze
fine,
past
but-
might be a bit of an exaggeration given the fact that it took us like a fucking year to deal with that.
Yeah, but John, we didn't listen to shit, and that's the important thing. We went in there, we killed some things, we learned nothing. We refused to grow as people.
Yeah, it's like then we keep finding somebody's like diary or something, and it was just like, who cares? You're dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now we got an egg out.
So you're
rescued an
bitching about, oh, we didn't learn shit.
No goblins.
But I'm angry because Drew wanted us to learn shit.
Like, Drew could anytime he wants just give me some nameless. We could just stumble across some nameless goblins in the dirt.
I prefer murdering people with hopes and aspirations.
Well, the funny thing is, you guys are kind of too strong for goblins at this point.
I know, we've missed the window.
Well, I'd say salty bastards might be your goblin opportunity.
Rick's not going to do anything that's not out of spite.
Well, you already murdered poor Oleg Makrelson. You know,
Yeah, he's a
father,
human. Yeah,
husband.
What was he? Yeah, a human with
Friend to
feelings and background we had to feel bad about while John snapped his neck while I was looking into his poor stupid eyes. A goblin, Rick, that's all I want. A goblin I can murder and feel good about.
If y'all don't know what Steve is talking about, you might want to check out Salty Bastards, the side game we're playing where Rick is the DM and I am one of the players. It is a lot of fun. Also available on our Anchor and our YouTube. And we should probably take a different question at this point. Has anyone collected any from the Facebook?
Oh, I am so sending you poor little goblin orphans who just want love. Anyway, we have 2 requests for fuck yous over on the Facebook. If you want to touch those first, our friend Jamin asks for a fuck you for his nephew, or for his nephew Mason, as congratulations for listening through the entire backlog of the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Mason.
Fuck you, Mason. That's impressive.
Pretty impressive.
That's a
Fuck you.
Yeah,
respectful fuck you.
dude. Get a job.
Opposite end of the spectrum, our friend Michael asks for a fuck you for his partner Fabi, or Fabi, I will say Fabi, as she's not a fan of D&D.
Fuck you for
Fuck
not
you.
being-
Fuck you,
Fuck-
baby.
Fuck you for not
Fuck
enjoying
you.
something you clearly should.
You should be
Nerd.
more like Nephew Mason.
Did you listen to
Yeah.
this whole podcast just to get to this part where we tell you fuck you?
Because, by the
Did he
way,
explain
fuck you.
the part of that? There's a whole lot of conundrum going on.
Just listen to every episode. You know what? I have no interest in D&D or authors or dragons. But I'm going to stick it out anyway. Actually, that's a respectful fuck you as well. Well
Indeed.
done for your
How
tenacity.
dare these people I not care about tell me to go fuck myself? All right. Our friend Jeremy asks, you awaken and you've been pulled out of a wreck by your number 1 fan and quickly realize you're in a misery scenario. And they have thoughts about something you've written. What plot twist or ending does your number 1 fan force you to rewrite, or you die?
Oh, you know what? Free room and board, and I just get to lie down all the time. I'll rewrite whatever the fuck they want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to give spoilers because the shit that people would want me to rewrite probably is in the most recent Harker and Bubba books. So, yeah. So there's some stuff, and don't break my ankles.
Yeah, I'd probably have somebody smashing my ankles for not shipping the characters they wanted to ship in Toma Bill.
Mine would be basically, at the end of it, they'd be like, okay, you rewrit that, you can go now. I'm like, no, I'm staying here. Smash my ankles, I'm not going anywhere. I'm your responsibility now.
My biggest fan, someone that'd that much of a psycho would be one of the 3 people that read my Shingles books. So I'm going to say they would want me to rewrite the end of my latest A Hard Bargain. But I'm not going to give you any more than that. You got to go read it to find out what that ending is.
That's cunning.
I don't know if I'd get beaten into rewrites as much as beaten into like expanded stuff. I think I'd probably end up writing a lot more entries in the superpowers world.
Yeah,
for so long as they had the hammer.
those motherfuckers would have PhDs before you hobbled the fuck out of that house, dude.
Superpowered year 27. Well, I guess they failed their finals again, and
Everybody's fucking now.
Superpowered's tenure review year.
Superpowers, the reunion. They're all middle-aged and slightly depressed.
Fat and medicated.
Drew, you've already written that, haven't you?
Spoilers, Steve. Spoilers.
Drew's super secret Wattpad account.
If it turns out that Drew does just have like 20 years of canon written down somewhere, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I do have a spreadsheet of outlines that looks like the Charlie Day meme of Pepe Sylvia equivalent. It's just an insane amount of like moments and character beats and character descriptions and shit for all my properties that reads like jargon and wackiness, but it helps me keep my shit straight.
all right. Our friend Casey asks, "What is the one drink you will never drink again?"
Semen.
Oh,
Don't lie, Bevan.
I'm gonna. There was a shot I had while doing a shot tour race. I don't remember what the context was. You had to be one of the first people to do the 20 different shots to get a shot glass. And I will never ever forget one of them that was half Jägermeister and half Worcestershire sauce. And it was fucking goddamn awful. I've drank some weird shit in my life. That one nearly broke me.
Yeah, that sounds dreadful.
In my experimental phase, I once mixed very cheap red wine with Baileys. I do not recommend it.
Yeah.
Don't ever do it. Neither texture nor flavor was appealing. Tasted alien.
Speaking of Baileys, we found this cheddar cheese that was supposed to be like cheddar cheese soaked in Baileys, and it was the most vile fucking cheese.
Well, of course, it sounds like something you've eaten by accident because you're drunk at a party and somebody left the buffet table unattended.
One of my authors, the first time I met him, was at a room party at a con, and he gave me this cup of green something with jalapenos floating in it. And whatever the fuck that was, Richard Fife, you ass, I'm just never going to drink anything else alcoholic with fucking jalapenos floating in it.
Good call,
See,
man.
I can at least understand that, though. Like, I can, it'd be harsh, but the alcohol and jalapeno, I don't think it'd be too alien.
Oh, it was. Because remember, room party? So this wasn't the first drink. Or the only type of drink. This was like drink number 17. Of all...
Well, drink number 17's always going to be dicey.
Yeah, okay, fair. But damn, I'd been bouncing room to room, drinking all kinds of weird colored stuff, and now jalapeno. Heavy on the no.
Well, I guess kind of similar to Bob's semen comment. I tried. I was at a party once, and they were doing cement mixers, and man, those are just foul.
I
don't know what
For those who don't know, basically, you take
Yeah.
a shot of Bailey's and a shot of lemon juice, and you mix it together in your mouth until the Bailey's curdles.
Ooh.
Oh, it's like
Yeah,
a
those are like
brain
a joke
hemorrhage.
shot.
You You know that in Jersey, anytime somebody says cement mixer, they mean that as a way of disposing of the fucking corpse, Rick.
After drinking that, I kind of wanted them to dispose of my corpse.
I think brain hemorrhage was grenadine, sambuca, and Bailey's, and if you poured it right, it just looked like a little brain floating in a glass of blood.
Oh, God.
And it didn't taste good, and it looked fucking awful. And I don't recommend that either. Unless it's Halloween and you're feeling spooky. And even then, maybe not.
No.
All right. Well, it sounds like with those mixology experiences behind us, we have all moved on with our lives to better tasting drinks, just as sadly the podcast must move on to the next phase, which is the ending, until next week when we have a side quest, and then the week after when we have more of this game, and then in a few weeks we have Authors and Dragons Con in August in Charlotte, North Carolina, where you can all come join us, meet us, watch the game, laugh along, have some drinks. Until then, we will see you next time on Authors and Dragons. Bye.
Bye.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
I am the salad tosser.